It seems like your life kind of revolves around giving back. Like you had the 50 free camps. You go speak at schools. I don't know when you ever get a chance to sleep, but what makes you want to live this kind of active lifestyle?
Yeah. Well, during the summertime, my average of my I'll probably like sleep around 3-4 hours. Well, I think I remember last year when the season over, all my teammates were talking about. We had a team meeting, and everybody was talking about just how they're gonna go home and play Fortnite all day, and how they're gonna just go to the beach and hang out all day. I was like, you know what, this is a waste of time. I was like, we have so much ability to just go out there and inspire millions. So that's why I asked my manager, what's the record by an NBA player doing most basketball camp? He told me it's only 9. It actually made me very sad. So I was like, we organize 50 free basketball camps in 30 states. And when we do basketball camps, we don't just play basketball. We talk about just nutrition, we talk about anti-bullying, we talk about education, and we talk about respecting each other and just giving back to community. So I think it turned out to be amazing. So next year, I think we're going to try to beat our record. I'm planning to do 60 over 40 state. Yes.
Enes, do you now demand that your teammates call you champ after your wrestling?
It was fun, man. The wrestling thing was fun. I'm actually planning to join the WWE when I'm done playing basketball. It's serious. Paul Heyman is my really good friend. Obviously, they were in New York at Madison Square Garden, and they hate the Celtics, of course. So I just wanted to, I told him, I was like, hey, can we do something like that? And he told me, yeah, let's go. I was out there with the blue suit on. They thought I'm still a Knicks fan. But I just went out there and showed the Celtics jersey, and they were booed.
What's your connection? Why did you fall in love with the wrestling so much?
Because I couldn't play. I stopped following it when I was in college because I couldn't play college basketball. Shout out to NCAA rules. Terrible NCAA rules. But so after that, it was just a hobby of mine.
Enes, obviously you're a top 5 pick. You bounced around. You had to reinvent yourself as a player because there was a time where you felt like you couldn't get on the court because you didn't have the skills. What did you do to reinvent yourself, to make yourself a useful player, to play in a high-level playoff team, and now to come here? Because it seems like you had to kind of go through a transformation.
Right. I think it was more about confidence. Especially when I signed with Portland, it was all about confidence. And my teammates and my coaches was giving me so much confidence. I felt so comfortable out there, not just offensively, defensively too, and that showed in playoff games, our playoff run. So I think that was one of the biggest reasons that I picked the Celtics, because of the players and the coaching system. So I think from the day one, they opened their arm, give me a warm welcome, and now I feel comfortable out there, and it's gonna, of course, show it on the court.
Have you been embraced at all by the Turkish community here? Is there a big Turkish community here, and has someone reached out to you to kind of?
So there's 2 kind of Turkish community, my side or other side. Yeah. Which one are you talking about? Not the other side. Other side. Actually, it's pretty sad because I just had a basketball camp a couple days ago, and the Turkish council has actually tried to cancel the basketball camp. So it was sad because why? Why would you do that? So there's like a Turkish cultural center here, so I just hang out with those guys, and there's actually a really good Turkish restaurant, Cafe de Boston. If you'll try this, is a pretty good one.
Hi, Enes, how you doing, man? Just following up on that real quick, and then I want to ask you something else too. But is basketball like a safe haven from all of the sadnesses you feel about the political situation? And then, answer that first.
Yeah, of course, man. It's like my escape. Every time I step on the floor, because I know if I bring any of these conversations to the court, it will be very selfish of me. I cannot let those off the court stuff affect me or my teammates. But so I put the game mask on every time. But every time I leave the floor, it's like the war starts again. So I was like, what can I do? How can I help? Or am I doing enough? Those questions definitely just always in my mind.
And then sort of the same kind of thing. Did the experience in New York, was it disenchanting? Did it really threaten your spirit for the game because it was such a, you were getting DNPs and obviously you should have been playing? And how did you frame that?
I'm a basketball player. I'm a competitor, So if someone tells me to go out there not to win, that's not in my blood. I'm going out there to win every game and play hard and give myself 100% every time. So if someone tells me to do opposite, I'm not going to expect it. I accept it. It doesn't matter who's telling me. The organization, the ownership, the fans, this and that. My job is that's what I'm getting paid for. So that's why I just want to go out there and just win. That's why that was one of the biggest reasons that I picked Celtics, because they never tank.
Enes, I know you have some soccer, football in your past, just like Vincent. How do players in Europe end up making that transition? Is it just you're tall and they tell you like, oh, basketball might be a better fit?
I was just too slow for it and, too tall for it. They were just keep making me a goalie. They would keep making me a goalie, so that's why I quit soccer and stopped playing basketball. And I'm glad that I picked basketball.
Enes, you're wearing number 11.
Oh, God. That's the last question you're asking.
Was it given to you? Did you ask for it? You know Kyrie wore it last
I took it. But no, man, it's a good joke because it was my old jersey number, of course, when I was in Oklahoma City. And after I came here, this jersey number was a guy who should not be named. And but it was just fun, because I gotta bring some positive energy, I gotta bring some energy to not just to the team, to the whole city, the whole state. So for me, it was just fun because I saw like people were taping and writing their name and stuff. But in the end, I respect the guy a lot, man. As a basketball player, I respect the guy a lot. Obviously he's one of the best point guards in the league, but. It was just a fun because now the fans are pumped up and we are all fired up to go. Should be fun.
Thank you.
That's it? That was easy. I was expecting worse.